Hello everybody, my name is Adam Bergman and this is the Adam Bergman Show, aka Finance 411. Today was half a day and the markets closed pretty freaking green. Greener than this plant, greener than this tree. And it closed at 1 o'clock. A lot of things are up. Hood is up and PayPal is up. Shout out, shout out, shout out. SoFi is up. And most importantly, for me at least, Palantir is up, baby, baby. And I wanted to talk off my dome. I wanted to talk from the heart. I wanted to do a Palantir and coffee because I haven't had one of these last week. Thank you for all the channel members that support me and give me $3 a month for me to support my coffee habit. I did upload a brand new options video for my channel members. If you guys want to check it out, channel membership's $3 a month. I have a link in the description down below. Palantir ended up the day around $15.50. And I want you to pay attention to what's currently happening with Palantir. A lot of people laugh about Palantir. Palantir is a generational, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, when I say once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, some people had the opportunity to get into Amazon and Microsoft and Tesla and Google and Facebook, Nvidia. Some people got more than once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. But in my lifetime, the opportunity that I had to get into a stock when I actually had the finances to do it is Palantir. I love Palantir so much for many different reasons. Number one, I think Palantir really is making the world a better place. Number two, Palantir is making my personal life a better life, including for myself and my family. You see, Palantir is by far my largest personal holding. Palantir is also the largest holding for my son's account, my custodial account for my son, and Palantir is the second largest holding, followed after SoFi for my daughter's account, my daughter's custodial account. So I definitely have a lot invested in Palantir. I get to meet a lot of people, a lot of smart people called the Palantir community, and Palantir is just what's up, man. Palantir is an amazing company. Palantir has products. They've been in business for 2 decades. They start with one product, a new product, a new product. And when I say products, I mean platforms. They started off with Gotham, working with the governments. Then they have Foundry. They went public right after Foundry, which is like the commercial use cases. They have Palantir Apollo. Now they have Palantir AIP. And somewhere in between, they have other things like Palantir Edge, and they also have Palantir Meta Constellation, Palantir SkyKit, which is in unison with all of these things, so on and so forth. So Palantir keeps innovating. And that's one of the things that Dr. Alice Karp says. It's very hard to catch up to us because we're 5 years ahead. When you guys are catching up to what we're doing today, we're already going to be doing the reiteration of what we're doing today. For example, Palantir AIP. Sorry, no editing. And for my Russian folk, that's napravdu. When you sneeze and you're saying something in Russian culture, Eastern culture, that means that you're telling the truth. Look, everybody had an opportunity to get into Palantir. If not for the DPO, people got into Palantir when the price was like... I'm so sorry. Oh my God. People had a chance to get into Palantir when the price were higher. The thing is, a lot of people took advantage of when the price was going lower. So when the price was at $10 and $9 and $8 and $7 and even $6, and I think we hit like $5.88 when people started calling Palantir as a penny stock and Palantir is never going to go back up. Some people bought, some people didn't. I think the lowest I was getting into Palantir was high 7s, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm actually green on my Palantir positions. My son is way hella green on Palantir positions. My daughter is hella green on Palantir positions as well. I think they're both more green than I was because I was able to buy, at a cheaper price for them. So, shout out to them. So when I say generational opportunity for wealth, I mean it. My generation and my kids' generation. I really put my money where my mouth is. Literally about a week ago, I still bought 1,000 shares of Palantir. I shared with my channel members. I bought 31 call contracts for Palantir. If you guys want to check it out, become channel members. And the reason why I like Palantir is they're doing things across 3 different, domains, let's call it. Government, non-military, government, military, and commercial. And they always have it in their back pocket. Now, government, military, government, non-military, and commercial all have their own subcategories, both domestically and abroad, in all categories. So let's say Palantir abroad is lagging in government. Well, Palantir domestic is growing government. Same with commercial, so on and so forth. And they're able to expand on each of their offerings, continuously giving new additional offerings in each of them. That's why I love Palantir so much. Now I want to say a few things. As the price of Palantir goes up, haters beg for the price of Palantir to go down. And they really want it to go down. Like, they really are betting against you just so they could be right about Palantir. As the price goes down, people that invested in Palantir want the price to go down so they could buy, but as the price is going down, they don't end up buying. They don't do anything. You know, they shit the bed, they piss the bed, and they don't do anything. And then as the price is going up, they wish that it goes down. So you have two people betting against you. You have the haters who really hate Palantir, and then you have the investors that hate on your play because you were able to be disciplined and either DCA or buy at the right time. It's very hard to time the market. The same people that hate on Palantir, listen to this, double check me. The same people that hate on Palantir are the ones that love on Palantir's competition. So the same people that hate Palantir love Snow. The same people that hate Palantir love Databricks. The same people that love that hate Palantir love C3AI. Anything just to hate on Palantir. And this stigma and dogma, can I use the word dogma, about Palantir is stemming from the DPO, direct public offering, instead of the IPO, initial public offering. Why? Wall Street did not get their cut. Only a handful of companies did DPOs. They all do IPOs because you got to be absolutely insane in the membrane. Your Abdullah Mandagala got to be freaking broken for you to go against Wall Street, against the grain, the friction. But you know what? Palantir wants all that smoke. All the fucking smoke. That's what Palantir is about. Dr. Alex Karp, he's, throwing straight up drop kicks with his hair. And that's why they fought Silicon Valley, they fought Wall Street, and people don't give them love. You don't believe me? Check this out. Palantir's DPO was $10. Right now, Palantir's price is $15.50. They are up 50% from DPO, initial offerings. C3AI is down 50% or so from initial public offering. And Snowflake, the darling of frickin' Wall Street, Warren Buffett's baby, is down 30% from initial public offering. Now ask yourself a question. Why so much hate on Palantir when Palantir is outperforming Snowflake and C3AI? Look, Databricks, their estimated value, if I'm not mistaken, is $40 billion, $60 billion. The last time they did like a fundraising, I think $38 billion, if I'm not mistaken. And they're like, hey, we brought in, I think they said $100 million of revenue. Palantir is almost bringing in $200 billion of revenue already total. $2 billion, not 200 billion. But in the future, right, foreshadowing, where's the love for Palantir? Seriously, where's the love for Palantir? Yes, they're not growing 30-35% a year. However, Dr. Alex Karp said sometimes you have ups, sometimes you have downs, but over the course of a decade, I'm going to give you a 30% CAGR, compound annual growth rate. And you could either believe in that or not. Yo, it's so hot. The AC in my office, I'm having such technical difficulties, so I have to be outside. It's like I'm resting under a nutsack. I'm literally in a nutsack hammock. It's absolutely balls hot out here. I hope you guys appreciate that. Drink some hot coffee. So, the narrative for Palantir is 100% changing. Matter of fact, there's a huge channel with 306,000 subscribers. He's not like a finance channel. He's a regular channel, and he covered Palantir. So I'm looking forward to actually watching that video. And all of a sudden, him, mainstream media, YouTubers, all these personalities are covering Palantir, which is freaking amazing. Shout out to everybody covering Palantir. So definitely 100% the narrative of Palantir is changing, and you could see it, right? The stigma of Palantir being a shit company is gone, and now it's becoming a darling of Wall Street. It's not there yet, and as this is happening, you're getting more and more institutional investors. So we had 2 GAAP profitable quarters. I foresee another 2 GAAP profitable quarters, and honestly 3. So this whole year and the last quarter. So we had quarter 4 GAAP profitable, quarter 1 GAAP profitable. I think we're going to have quarter 2, 3, and 4 GAAP profitable. 5 positive GAAP profitable quarters. And I think this is going to, propel us into the stratosphere. Now, my man Palantir Long believes that we're going to absolutely smash earnings and we're going to get $600 million in revenue. I don't know if that happens, but God willing, it's going to be great. The question is AIP really groundbreaking? Is AIP really game changer? Not Bank of America. I think Jeffries, if I'm not mistaken, gave an $18 price target for Raymond James, gave an $18 price target to Palantir. And they basically said that in the next 4 years, the Palantir customers for AIP is essentially just slightly less going to match Palantir Foundry clients. Now, if the average contract for Palantir Foundry is just north of $1 million, think about that. How much extra revenue is AIP alone going to bring in? And to use AIP, you have to have Palantir Foundry or Palantir Gotham in terms of, government contracts for the military. Palantir has a long, long way to grow. I'm going to give you a couple of more things if I'm not talking too much. Ukraine is the next frontier. You know how the West was the next frontier of the United States? That's why we conquered the West. We expanded, took, whatever you want to call it. But the West brought in shit tons of money for the United States. This is kind of what's happening right now, right? The next frontier is Ukraine for Palantir. United States, then UK, and now Ukraine. And I believe Ukraine is going to be the same size as UK for Palantir. Now, I spoke about it the other day with Amit. Palantir is now sponsoring a Ukrainian tennis star. The Ukrainian tennis star is literally one of the faces of the reconstruction of Ukraine. It's smart. It's good business. Forget about the humanitarian. Talk about business. It's good for Palantir's business for them to sponsor her, because the perception, the public perception of Palantir is they can do no wrong. You know how in the United States they can do no right? Well, in Ukraine, Palantir can do no wrong. Shout out to Palantir for playing the game. And I believe that Ukraine is going to have hundreds of billions of dollars coming in for the reconstruction, and Palantir is going to get a shit ton of that money. I've made it clear before, and I'm going to keep reiterating that. Also, government spending and NATO spending. I believe NATO is going to line up to use Palantir, and Palantir's government contracts in the United States is going to keep going up, baby. The debt ceiling put a cap on spending for non-military government spending, but not for military government spending, which means there is no cap. The faucet is open, and you can just keep cranking that faucet open. And this is fantastic for Palantir if you believe that Palantir is the software prime for the United States government. Whether you believe it or not, unofficially, they absolutely are. IL-6 clearance, only 3 companies: Palantir, Google, and Amazon. I'm sorry, not Google. Palantir, Microsoft, and Amazon. Snowflake gets level 4, impact level 4 clearance, and everybody's like, hoorah, amazing, and they get upgraded. Like, are you kidding me? Palantir has had, before Snowflake was a freaking company, Palantir had level 4 clearance. It's absolutely freaking nonsense. And that's what our Dr. Alex Karp is saying. We're 5 years ahead. Snowflake is alright, C3AI is alright, I guess, Datadog, Databricks, they're all alright, and they all are great data analytics company. But Palantir is a data integration company. There's a huge difference. Guys, we are still early when it comes to Palantir. The naysayers are going to talk a lot of shit. I can't wait until we pass $20. I cannot wait until we pass $20. Wait for that video. But at the end of the day, I told you, it's not anything else but hate from the bottom. This hate, the same hate that people had on Tesla investors. Shout out to Tesla, by the way, absolutely smashing it with deliveries of cars, smashing it. Good for Tesla today, good for Tesla investors. However, Tesla is already at a $900 billion market cap, $900 billion market cap, while Palantir is at 30 billion, something like that, 30 something billion, whatever right now. So question is, what do you think is going to 10x? Do you think Tesla is going to become a $9 trillion company before Palantir becomes a $300 billion, $400 billion company? I think Palantir has a better chance to 10x before Tesla. In my opinion, I could be completely wrong. I could be completely right. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I want to or pretend to be. I'm just, some guy on YouTube with a stupid face talking and a dumbass accent talking, who's sweating his balls off. And I'm just giving you guys my raw thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below what you think is happening with Palantir. And unlike a lot of these YouTubers, I was here for Palantir when Palantir was at $20. I was here at Palantir when it was $6. I'm here for Palantir when it's $15.50. And I actually show me buying Palantir, trading Palantir, and Palantir is at my core a huge position. I made a huge hit with Moderna. I was right about that when everyone thought that I was wrong. And I believe that I'm right about Palantir when everybody else said that I was wrong. Palantir community is, in my opinion, a better community than even Tesla community. But let's call it one of the top two communities between Tesla and Palantir. And there's a lot of similarities between Tesla and Palantir. And Elon Musk, not Tesla, but let's say Elon Musk, in general, with a couple of his ventures, actually works with Palantir to a certain degree and capacity. Whether it's indirectly through Panasonic or directly through SpaceX and Meta Constellation. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. I love the Palantir community. If you guys really do want to support me and buy me a cup of coffee, it's $3 a month. Sit tight, relax, and enjoy the road ahead, because I do believe that we're going to be a lot higher in exactly a year from now than we are right now. And at the end of 2022, I said I will give Palantir 2023 to start delivering. When everybody was like shitting on Palantir, I stayed. Not everybody, but a lot of people were shitting on Palantir. I stayed. And I said, I'm going to give Palantir one more year because I think there's a lot of things cooking in the oven. And as you can see, that recipe is about to come out and it's going to be absolutely delicious. This meal that's about to be happening, that's about to be served in the form of money, money, baby, because Palantir is absolutely taking over. It's going to be so, so sweet. Thank you very much. Have a great day.